just a dream, just all in my head. Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winners know? Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I've known that you...
Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So today we have a realistic clean with me. I'm just going through my to-do list and trying to get my life in order, if I'm being really honest with you guys. So today we're going to be focusing on my kitchen because that hasn't been really deep cleaned in the longest time. I find myself just trying to get the basics done every day, and then I feel like I'm overwhelmed and I'm not really getting around to all of the jobs that need to be done. So I've made myself a to-do list and we are gradually working through that, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. You can hover over the bottom right hand corner of the screen where it says Emma Nightingale. That's just a really easy, quick way for you to subscribe. But we're going to jump straight into the video. So first things first, I always pop a wash load on first thing in the morning just so I can crack on with my other jobs while that is doing its thing. So that's what I'm doing here. This is just our utility room. We're not tackling this today. It is on the list of things, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to be shortly moving in to the kitchen.
And slow, I try my best to move on, letting go, letting go. Tell me, should I?
Okay, so starting things off in the kitchen then. So I'm just drying up the washing up that I did first thing. I actually managed to do this before I headed out on the school run. So if you are new here, then firstly, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Emma and I'm a mum of 3. Both of my older 2 children are in school. My youngest hasn't started nursery or school yet, so she is with me most days. This morning actually though, you won't see her making a little cameo because she was with my sister for a few hours, which gave me a good amount of time that I could just crack on and really just focus on this kitchen. So I'm just getting everything else that was left on the side washed up and out of the way because our coffee machine drip tray was in desperate need to be cleaned. It had the little yellow sign poking up basically saying help me. If you've got a similar machine, you'll know what I'm talking about. But when it gets too near the top, or if it's about to overflow, it kind of has like a little yellow tab that says clean me. So yeah, I wanted to give that a soak, but because I'm rinsing out the coffee bits in here now, 'cause you always get bits of coffee powder. Our machine is a bean 2-cup one, so you actually put coffee beans in here, and you always get residue in this tray, so it needed a soak. I like to do this at least once a week because otherwise it can go a little bit smelly. So I'm just washing and wiping the sink down here. Just going to wash the glasses up before I leave this drip tray to soak before we move on to the kitchen sides.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a mood body giving interviews, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improved, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard.
Okay, so I was just filling up the washing up liquid there. I tend to just pop it in these pump pots that I have next to the sink, and I'm actually just taking everything off of the surface other than the coffee machine because it's so heavy, and where it's so tall, it actually, you have to take the bean dispenser off to slide it out of the way. So what I did, I was just doing a little bit of like lazy cleaning here. So I unplugged it, moved it along once I'd cleaned this other bit of workspace, and then I popped it back, and you will see, you wait until you see the state of the minky cloth I can't believe how, like, it doesn't show, you can't really see how dirty this is, but you just wait and see how dirty this cloth is. It's so dusty. Also, we are going to need to repaint in the kitchen at some point. It hasn't been done since we did the kitchen actually in 2018, and it is looking very, very tired out here. And I'm thinking of changing the colour because this is more of like a off-whitey grey, which for some reason I had it all over my house, and I'm really over the grey now, so I want to change that in the kitchen to more of a warmer tone. Excuse my phone here. I thought it looked quite cool though. I was going to cut this out, but I'm actually just filming some footage for YouTube Shorts and Reels. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then that is linked in the description as my TikTok. I have now gone over onto TikTok, guys, so you can follow me there as well. I'm just giving the microwave a little wipe down. This gets so dirty in terms of like fingerprints. They really show up on this. All I'm using is the Flash Spray Wipe Done. It's the new Mrs. Hinch Cozy Season scent because I'm obsessed. And then we are going in and giving all the door fronts a wipe down. So I'll talk to you about how I do that in just a second.
I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know, yeah, no, it's no more, no.
Okay, so I have found the best way to clean my doors. So my kitchen cupboards, they're like a high gloss white. And obviously I've got 3 children, I've got a dog, Clifford, the big red Labrador, and stuff just gets all over them all the time. So all I do is just run a sink, not like a full sink, and I'll just pop a few little capfuls of Zoflora, just use a microfiber cloth, and I do just spray a little bit of whatever I'm using in the kitchen for any stubborn marks that you'll be surprised will get stuck on these doors. And I just find it brings them up really shiny and it doesn't smear, and just over the years it's been the perfect way to clean my cupboard, door fronts and the drawers. So that is what you'll see me doing now on all of these fronts.
I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know, yeah, no, it's no more, we don't know, no, it's no more, we don't know.
And next up, I'm just wiping the work surfaces on this side of the kitchen, and then we are going to be doing the hob. It's just more of like a maintenance clean. It's not too bad, but there are like bits of dust and things in there. So I thought, while I'm here, while I'm cleaning, let's just get it done, and then it's all nice and fresh. So what I'm using on the hob, again, it's just my Spray Wipe Done. It's so good, this spray. I literally use it in the bathroom and everything. But on the backsplash, like the glass behind the hob and the hob itself, all I use on the glass behind the hob is just a window cleaner. So the one I'm loving at the moment is the pink stuff one. I think it's like 99p in Home Bargains. And then on the hob itself, once I have wiped it all over and got rid of anything that's on there, like dirt, food, that sort of thing, give it a little dry with the tea towel that I'm using for cleaning, and then I use the Sif stainless steel. This stuff lasts for so long. Like, I've had this bottle, I'm not even exaggerating, for well over 2 years, and I'm just using like a yellow microfiber cloth. I think this is a Spontex cloth. It comes in a 2-pack, but it just buffs up really well and doesn't show any smear marks. And then we've got this huge wood, it was actually oak chopping board. It was left over actually from a worktop from when my husband fitted a kitchen, and he cut it and made it into a chopping board, and I absolutely love it. We don't really use it as a chopping board, that's why I used the bleach spray on it. I probably wouldn't have done that if we did use it as a chopping board, but I just wanted to wipe it over just to make sure it was all nice and fresh. And it just sits on top of the bars on the hob, and I can pop my candle and whatever I'm displaying on it, and it just looks lovely. And then we are moving over to this. I've got a love-hate with these guys, so I love them. If you've been here for that long, you will really probably remember the videos of when I did my cleaning, and I had are they called Venetian blinds, the like vertical ones? And we actually had them from my granddad's apartment, and when he sadly died, we brought them here because when me and Tom moved in, we were kind of like on a huge budget, and we kind of adapted them to make them fit. And then when we did our kitchen, we got rid of them because they were really old, and then we didn't have anything in this window for the longest time because I didn't want to put like a roller blind or anything up. It was always my dream to have shutters, and we saved for so long for these shutters, and I do love them. We've now got them all over over the house, with the exception of the loft because we're saving for those for the door. But they are a bit of a nightmare to keep on top of. They get really dusty. But today I just dusted them with the flash duster. I didn't like damp dust them or anything. I find if I just do that and keep on top of it, it's just easier to maintain.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me.
And then I'm just clearing the table, giving it a quick wipe over, and then I'm just lifting everything off of the floor so I can sweep, hoover and mop. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to have to sell this table. I'm going to keep the chairs because I love them. It's all from Next, this table and the chairs. But I'm thinking I might get this table but in the rectangle version and then have a bench one side, because at the moment there's only 4 chairs there, and obviously we've now got little Miss Penny Girl and she's far too big to be in her high chair, so it's prompted me that I need to get rid of her high chair as well. And I'm thinking with Christmas and things coming up, we do eat at the table and there's obviously not any room for her, so I'm thinking if I get the rectangle with the bench, we can pop 2 of the chairs in our storage room and bring them out like when we've got more people here, because the 3 of them will fit on the bench and then the 2 chairs for me and Tom. So I'm going to look into that, and I'm hoping it might take up a little bit less space, because I find this table has to be really crammed into the wall. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Just giving the fridge a wipe over again, just using the same flash spray, the spray wipe done, really great. It didn't make it smeary at all, and this is like a stainless steel front fridge, so it did a really good job at that. And then we will be moving on to the floor. So another job actually, just before we move on to the floor, the plugs needed a good clean, so I'm just using my soda crystals, white vinegar. I do just pop a capful of neat Zaflora in as well. You wouldn't believe the smell this leaves afterwards, it's so good. It needed another capful of vinegar because it wasn't quite enough. I put a little bit too many soda crystals in. I've boiled the kettle in the background and I just rinse that all through the drain, and that then smells amazing, and just make sure it's nice and clean and sanitized. Okay, so I'm just sweeping the floor. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know this is my preferred way of cleaning our floors. We have no carpet downstairs, and obviously Clifford, who is a Fox-Red Labrador, molts crazy. If anybody else has got a dog that molts, you will feel me on this, but this is the perfect way to get it all together, because I find if I just go in with the hoover, it kind of blows it all around and I miss bits. This is a rubber-headed brush, a bit like what they have in the hairdressing salon. They've actually got one similar to this, but it's got pink. Instead of it being blue on the top, it's pink. In-home bargains for I think $3.99. So if you're wanting one, that's a good tip. I've pulled the Dyson out today, guys, the handheld. I don't feel like it does a good job. I thought let's give it a go today, and I just don't think it's working right, but it's okay. Good job we swept first of all. And then I'm bringing the trusty steamer back out. I'm falling back in love with this steamer. I went on a bit of a hype with the flash mop for a while. I've still got that, obviously I've got all the mops here, but I just love how this steamer cleans the floor. I've got a treat for you in a bit as well. We move into the hallway in a second, and you see the pads. Oh my goodness me, the floors. See, looking at it here, you wouldn't think they look that dirty, but you wait and see the pads. For anybody who's thinking of getting tiles like this, because I do always get comments saying how lovely the floor is, and it does look lovely, and I was so excited when we had this kitchen done and put these tiles down, but they are a nightmare because they are like high gloss. You can't just steam or mop and leave it. You have to buff it dry, otherwise it is so smeary you would have wished you didn't even attempt to clean it. So that is the only drawback, and today I just felt like getting on my hands and knees and buffing the floor, just to give myself extra work. So yeah, that's the only thing with these tiles, but it's just water in the mop and then good old elbow grease Emma buffing the floor.
But don't mistake this girl for being me, 'cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. 'Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no. Living in my dreams, living in my dreams, living in my dreams, living in my dreams.
so moving into the hallway, I'm just starting with the floors because I cleaned this, really deep cleaned this the other day. So again, I've just got my brush here just to make sure I get all of everything. Ollie had football training as well, and they're on the 4G courts. So you know those little black balls, the rubber balls? They are everywhere on this floor. You'll see in a minute actually, the amount, considering this was hoovered yesterday, is crazy. Like you have to hoover at least once a day. And I'm blaming Clifford. It's all Clifford, with the exception of Ollie and his little football rubber balls that are all over the floor. But look at this, that's fur. That is actually fur that is balling up there. So yeah, I'm just making it into a pile, then we will hoover it, and then we will get the mop out.
Come out and play. It's Saturday, and I promise I'll love you much better now. The sour taste will wash away, 'cause I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling it too? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me like yesterday?
Okay, so I'm just popping a new head on the duster and just giving everything a very quick dust. It's not too bad at all. It's just I wanted to go over the paneling, like the dado rail. I only did the hallway a couple of days ago, like a real deep clean. So it's just like a maintenance dust really, just quickly whizzing round. And I was actually talking to Penny on my phone there. She was asking to come home, so you can see her there in the background, just playing in the front room. So we had a little bit of a break and then we're right back to it. So just hoovering up any loose bits that I've missed with the brush before we go in with the steamer mop.
And I'm missing you, and I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you.
And here she is, the steamer mop. I just really love it at the moment. It does a really good job of getting this floor clean, because this one is very hard to keep on top of because it's real wood. It's got like grooves obviously in the wood, and it's just so hard. Dirt and mud get stuck in there, and I find sometimes it can look really grubby. It doesn't look too bad here. I think that's the lighting and the angle of the camera. And it's got a few areas where Clifford took a bit of a liking to some knots that were in it when he was a puppy. So we might be changing this next year, but obviously we'll see, because this was quite a lot of money, because this is real wood flooring. So obviously I don't just want to get rid of it unnecessarily. But look at these pads. Are you ready? I cannot believe it. See, the floors didn't look that bad, but they were. So next up, Matt's back down. I always keep this grey one just because this like jute rug slips, and honestly there's nearly been many broken leg accident waiting to happen on this, coming in and out of the door. So that's why I keep the grey one down, just to stop it slipping. And then we're moving on to the stairs and giving them a little bit of a quick clean.
Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it?
And this tool I will link in the description. It's the only way I actually clean my stairs now, and just look at what it's pulling up. So it doesn't really take very long at all. So I'll do this on every single one. Then I'll go back up and hoover it, and then we just give it a bit of a spray. But I just find it gets all of the fur and goodness knows whatever else from really deep in the pile.
much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking.
Okay, so next up we are just up in my bedroom and we're doing a switch over of the wardrobe. So I'm just putting away all of the spring and summer bits and pieces, and I'm just sorting out actually what I want to keep and what I want to put on Vinted. Then I've also got another bag that I put away last year which had all of the winter jumpers, things like that in. So I like to just swap over the seasons, that way my wardrobe doesn't feel so like cluttered and unmanageable. And I really love these bags. I actually get them in Home Bargains. You get a box of 3, I believe. They look quite big here, but once you pop the hoover on them and take all of the air out, they get down to a really good size for storing away. And then what you'll see me doing is just sorting out the bits that I've taken out of the winter bag, because some of the stuff I knew I didn't want to keep, and so that has gone up on my Vinted. And if you want to have a little look at my Vinted, it's always linked in the description, so please head over and have a little look. There's all of our stuff is just on the one page.
Who's breaking hearts? Of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you
going to wrap up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like I said at the start, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everybody.